Hi everybody, welcome back to our class. It's Tracy and Marilee, and we are going to bring you some good stuff tonight. So let's get started. Thanks so much for being with us. We're going to start tonight's practice in frog pose, which seems like an unusual. Mary, you just take up as much space as you would get in your frog, and I'm going to work around you. Seems like an unusual pose to start with because a large percentage of us are tight in the hips. But what I like about starting in frog pose is that you allow yourself to be not completely in a split like you are when you're really warm. And it's a beautiful way to start to warm up inside the psoas before we get into the other poses. And it's also just kind of like, it's nice to see what your baseline is sometimes when you're not at the end of your practice coming into it. So what I would want for you to do is not force yourself into bringing your knees so super wide. You're just going to move into it as it feels good for you. We're going to start our Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breathing through the nose travels through the glottis. It's oceanic, so it's an audible breath. You can hear it. You can hear your breath. You can hear your neighbor's breath if you're in a class with other people. So I want you to feel the freedom of breathing into your Ujjayi so that we can start to get nice and warm, build up some heat. We're taking full inhales and exhales. So we're taking in all the air that you can, that feels good to expand through the lungs. And then on the exhale, we're letting every little bit of air come on out. And you can move through it too. You can definitely find what feels good for your body. So if you want to find some circular motions, or if you want to shift the hips a little bit side to side, if that's feeling good for you, then certainly bring in the movement for yourself. Sometimes I like to move forward and back, and that feels really good through the glutes. How does that feel for you?
Good,
Yeah. I kind of like to just start to bring in that fresh oxygenated blood little by little. And then we'll press up onto the palm. So just bring one palm, one wrist under the shoulder. Yeah, we'll press up. And then we're going to draw a line from one knee to meet the other. So just drive it straight over. Yeah, and then we'll keep the knees together, and we'll just kind of find a nice side to side, moving through the hips, push in through the glutes a little bit. We're going to come up onto the toes. We'll walk the hands out to where they feel good, and then we're going to find a nice circular motion to your right in the shoulders. So we're going to the right side. Marilee started on the left, so now we're opposite each other.
Oh, okay.
Let's go left.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we're just finding big circles. It's okay. We can't be so serious about yoga moves. Please, let us just enjoy ourselves. Now we're going to go to the right. Yeah. And if it feels good, you're getting bigger circles. Beautiful. And then we'll come back center. And now let's turn onto your mat in your child's pose. So now child's pose is going to probably seem like a piece of cake because you just opened your hips a little bit with a few breaths. So in child's pose, we bring the knees as wide as it feels good. We let the chest drop in between the thighs. We're relaxed through the forehead. We're released through the toes. We're letting your seat drop back with as much body weight as it feels good towards your heels. Some people are very high up. That's fine. If that's where your knees want to go, if that's where your hips want to go, you're just finding a comfortable place right here. Yeah, and then let's walk the fingertips out. Let's just create a little length through the shoulders. Use the palms into the floor. Press down through the knuckles. Feel the pull through the shoulders. Let's find a big inhale. Let the chest expand. On the exhale, let the head drop a little lower. Reach a little longer. And then we'll slowly make our way up onto your hands and knees. So we're going to bring the wrists back under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Yeah. And then walk yourself up to the front of your mat. So bring your fingertips right on that front edge, middle fingers and shoulders in line, and we have the knees underneath the hips right now. And then we're just gonna take your right heel up to the sky. So go ahead and push up through that right heel and extend through the toes. Find extension, so the toes are gonna come up, and we're just gonna circle through that ankle. Take it around both directions. Yeah, and then reach the toes back behind you, straighten the leg, extend the toes with some energy, and then reach your left arm out to the front wall with your left thumb to the sky, bring your chest away from the floor. Let's find a full breath in as you exhale, round in, nose to the knee, elbow to the inner thigh. Flow through those with your own breathing. So the inhales, we're gonna extend out and lift high. The exhales, we're gonna round and tuck it all the way up so you can feel that tuck through the low back. Pull it up one more time. Reach it out, round and tuck it up. Hold it here for 5, let your breath flow. 4, see if you can get it a little tighter. For 3, for 2, and then we'll push that heel back up to the sky. Reach back with your left hand, bend the knee, catch the foot, lift the toes, roll back through the left shoulder. Let your right leg come up. Yeah, so you can reach through that quad. Very nice. Now, if you want to challenge your balance, go ahead and first look down at the floor, yeah, and then close your eyes. So eyes are closed, we're still reaching and kicking. We're going to breathe here for 5, 4, for 3, 2. Release the foot easy and find downward facing dog. Very nice. And we'll just bend one knee at a time. We'll move through the hips nice and slow. And then we'll take a shift into your high plank. High plank right here. Yeah, so we're joint stacking, shoulders, elbows, wrists. We're tucking through the pelvis, engaging through the belly. We're squeezing through the glutes, through the quads. We're finding energy through the heels right now. We'll bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. So right knee's just hanging loose, just hanging down. It's not in the floor, it's just chilling out. Then we'll switch sides. Left knee's gonna bend. Rest of the body's still staying strong. Let's walk that out. Bend one knee at a time. Yeah. And it's just a little bend. So you don't have to move the toes at all. It's just one bend of the knee at a time. And we're just taking it, yeah, side to side. And then we'll straighten the legs and we'll bring your left knee up to your left tricep. So go ahead and just as close up as it'll go without stealing your shoulders from your wrist. And we'll step back. And then we'll drive the right knee up. Yeah. As close as it'll go. If you can touch it, great. Touch it and lift it high and step it back. Let's find 8 more. So left knee's coming up for 8. Yeah, we'll drive up, pull it. Find the exhale on the lift. And there's a 1-1000 here. So as you drive it up, take that pause. 1-1000 and then we'll step it back. 1-1000 and we'll step it back. We have 4 more. For 4, awesome. For 3. For 2, 1 more, and we'll find child's pose. Let's take that seat back. Relax through the toes. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Stay here with just straight arms and just reach the knuckles towards the back wall. So extend out nice and long where you're reaching through and you're breathing into the biceps. Yeah, and then if it feels good, you can start to lift the arms up. And if you like it, you can bring the arms side to side. If you don't like it, just stay lifted there. Remember, if you're really tight in your shoulders, you can always use a little washcloth. Grab one end or the other, or a longer towel to give yourself the opportunity to get inside the shoulders a little bit more. We're gonna press up right here onto the knees. So bring your knees underneath your hips. Come up with your upper body, and we'll reach the arms up to the sky. Yeah, and then go ahead and interlace your fingers overhead. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, we'll go left. Find a reach. Right is always good too. So you could stay here, you could stay, girl, it doesn't matter. We'll reach over to, yeah, so let's reach to the right and we'll stay here. Yeah, and we'll peel back through the rib cage and we'll extend long. And then we'll come back center, breathe in, and as you exhale, we'll go to the left side. And then we'll come back center. And we'll stretch the arms straight out in front of you. And then we'll just take your right arm and grab onto it. I like to just grab the forearm and pull it across the body, drop down through the shoulder. So if the shoulder's way up here, just take it down away from the ear, pull it across, drop it down, Shoulders drop away from the ear. We're going to go side to side for 4, 3, 2. Let's go triceps. Arms reach high. Left, yeah, right guy. And grab on. Yeah, it doesn't matter which side. We're doing both sides constantly. It's all good. Keep pulling it back. And then come back down onto the hands and knees. We'll walk the fingertips up to the front of your mat. We're going to get onto the toes and then bring your left heel to the sky. Point through your toes. Circle around, little mobility through the ankle. Yeah, and then straighten that leg. Reach the toes back behind you. Right arm reaches out. Right thumb is to the sky. Chest comes away from the floor. So that means we got to get some extra energy through that left arm. Find a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, round and tuck it. Elbow to the inner thigh. Nose wants to touch the knee. Yeah, inhale, open it up. Find the reach. Lift through the glute. Exhale, round it, tuck it, feel it. 2 more. Breathe in, extend up. Get that chest far away. Exhale, round and tuck it all the way up. One more time. We're breathing in. Here we go. Exhale, round and tuck it. We're going to stay here. Let the breath flow. Keep tucking up for 5. Keep working it for 4. Own it here for 3. For 2. Reach back, catch the foot, roll it open. Let the toes drive high. Let that thigh lift. We're kicking the foot back. We're rolling open through the right shoulder. And now if you want to challenge your balance, bring your chin center. Close your eyes. Keep lifting that leg. Keep kicking on it for 5. Yeah, keep the strong kick. 4. Eyes are closed. That's your challenge here. 3, 2. Crack the eyes open. Release the foot. We're in downward facing dog. We're getting long. So in a long dog, we will slowly lift the heels up. Find a breath in. As you exhale, relax them down. Inhale, take it up. Breathe it. Exhale, lower it. Let's take it up nice and strong and relax it back. One more time, find the lift. On the exhale, stay long in your dog. So if you're practicing and someone's nearby, just have them give a little love to your low back. It's really nice to just find a little press to release through the low spine, through the lumbar. Let's breathe here for 5, 4, 3, for 2, and then nice and easy, little tiny baby steps. We're going to walk your toes up until you get all the way up to the front of your mat. We'll bring your heels under your hips, so we're going to separate the feet as wide as your hips. Drop your palms flat onto your shins. We're lifting halfway with a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to love onto yourself, grab and feel. And then inhale, take that lift. So each time we want to straighten the legs a little more. Exhale, round it, tuck it, pull it in. 2 more times. Let's take the lift. Breathe it in, find the length. Exhale, find the strength in the arms and the length in the legs. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it. Let's stay here. So the breath is going to flow. Let the top of your head relax. Maybe your forearms are coming behind your calves. Maybe you're just holding on to your ankles. Maybe your fingertips are in the floor. So it's really all about you. How's it feeling? Fingertips come outside of your little toes. We're going to step back on the ball of your right foot. We'll slide back, widen the stance a little bit so you have a nice lunge right here. So we're in a runner's lunge, and we're just going to hang out here for a few breaths. Please make sure that your left knee, because we're on the left side, is not jamming forward of your ankle. So we're joint stacking here. We're just going to keep a nice straight line. I just don't want your body weight shifting forward like this. I want your body weight coming down through the glute, coming down through that hip flexor. So we'll turn your right hip a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and drop your right palm on the inside of your left foot and reach your left arm open to the sky. So find just some extension up. You can look up, you can look down, you can look wherever it feels good for your neck, for yourself. Stretch it overhead. Go ahead and find a nice reach here. So if I had your left wrist, I'm just going to pull you. And now a lot of times when we find this reach, we lose the seat. So let's drop back down into that left glute, and then keep the extension, keep the energy through the fingertips. That's really nice. And then we'll bring that left hand inside of your left foot. And then we're going to take your left foot and we're going to kind of walk it away. So we're going to heel toe it out a little bit so that you have a wider stance than when we started here. And we're still breathing into that right hip flexor. Then we're going to come on the edge of that left foot. So just on the outside, just right here on the outside of that foot. And we're going to walk the upper body a little bit to the right, just a little bit. And just press into the floor. And I want you to push back some energy through your right heel. So push through that right heel. And if you're really tight, you can always drop your right knee. So here's an option right here, is to just work on, maybe this is all enough and that leg is screaming at you, bring it to the floor. If it's not, keep it lifted. We'll bring that left hand inside of your left knee and we're going to stiff arm away. So what I mean by that is I'm trying to bring my shoulder away from my wrist right now. Just trying to get it so that there's an opportunity to create in that inner thigh on the left just a little bit of something. If it feels better, bend and straighten that leg. Move it around. Keep pressing out. So what's really nice is to keep that stiff arm, right? So if you're here, you're not going to feel the same as if you really get in there and push it away and move it around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to square your chest back center. We're going to drop that foot to the floor. We're going to bring that back knee down into your mat. And here may be where you grab your block. And you put your block underneath of you and bring your forearms down one at a time. If you can come down into the floor without the block, if that feels good for your hips, then certainly you can come all the way down into the floor. But what I would like you to do is keep this foot flat to the floor. So toes and heel stay in line. We're no longer on the edge of that foot. I'd like you to see if you can keep that down and keep your knee tucked in line with your toes. And now we're just going to breathe right here. So this is a really awesome opportunity to just breathe into the depths of those hips and those glutes. And if something doesn't feel good, make a change for yourself, right? If something doesn't feel good, come out of it. We're going to press up onto the palms first. We're going to lift that back knee second. And then we're going to heel toe that left foot back in so that you have that runner's lunge, hip width distance. One hand is on either side of your left foot. And we're going to step that right foot up. Mamacita. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody's got some tight hips, and that would be me. Whoo. Okay. So from here, we're going to come down onto the knees, and you're going to take a seat onto your mat. So I'm going to share Marilee's mat with her. Okay, so now we're going to take that right foot, and we're going to cross it over. We're going to flex the toes here. Yeah. And then you'll scooch that left heel in, work yourself in. We're going to stay up nice and tall. And quite frankly, this is a deep stretch for me. Now you want to drop your seat down.
Oh.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, so keep your seat in your, are you sitting on the mat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
You sure about that? Mm-hmm. We're flexing through the toes.
Practically.
Yeah. I'm like, is Marilee sitting? Just checking on her because you know how much she likes to cheat and get out of all the deep stretches. But this feels good, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So while we're here and we're exhaling, we're getting our chest closer to that right leg. So on the exhales, see if you can breathe it in a little closer. Maybe you walk your hands a little bit. Make sure you keep an active foot, so no lazy feet just kind of hanging out here. Flex those toes back. Upper back is nice and tall. Chest stays lifted. Yeah, keep breathing into the chest. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this foot and we're going to bring it under, and we're going to bring this guy up on top. Now, if that's not available for everyone, right? So if it isn't available, you're just going to cross your legs. You're going to cross your legs however it feels good for you. So we'll come right here. Then we're going to reach the arms up to the sky. Find a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going left. Let your left fingertips drop into the floor. Reach your right arm over nice and long. And again, you can look up because where your eyes go, the body follows. So you can get a little bit longer. But if that doesn't feel good for your neck, then you'll stay right here or whatever feels better for it. We're going to come back center. Both arms are to the sky. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, we'll drop and reach it. Get real long. Extension and length, maybe through the fingertips. And then we'll come back center. Two hands are in the floor. And then we're slowly going to turn ourselves. So Marily's going to turn to the front of her mat. I'm going to turn to no mat. And we'll step back into your high plank. Chaturanga, it's going to be our first one. We're going to lower down, nice and slow. Elbows are on top of the wrists. Shoulders and elbows are in line. We're tucking through the pelvis. We're squeezing the quads. There's energy through the heels right now. And we're doing the work to stay in a chaturanga. It's a lot of work. I want you to feel it right now. So if it's too much, you're modifying. Don't modify if you don't need to. But if you are modifying, knees are in the floor, hips are tucked, or the pelvis is in the floor. We're here for 5, 4. We're going to bring the knees down first. Then we're going to lower the pelvis, lower the belly, relax through the toes. Modify the up dog. Come on up. Straight arms. Pull the shoulder blades back. And if it feels good, bring one shoulder forward, one guy back. Yeah, take that side to side. And then we'll come back center from the knees to the toes. We're going to find downward facing dog. And then we'll take another walk up. So walk your fingertips up all the way to the front of your mat, and then let your feet have to go that far. Yeah, take it all the way up. Here. And then let's go ahead and heel toe the feet together. Bring the insides of the feet together. We're going to stretch out to the side. Come on up, high, breathe in. As you exhale, let's take a nice fold forward. Come on down nice and low. We'll lift halfway, lengthen the spine, step back into your high plank. So let's turn the plank on. We're getting nice and strong here. We're going to come down onto the forearms in a forearm plank position. We'll separate we want to have the wrists in line with your elbows, and then we're going to have your shoulders on top of your elbows. Yeah, we're driving some energy down through your forearms. Yeah, and we keep pushing away from the floor. And then we're going to lift your right foot up and bend your right knee so your right heel stacks on top of that knee. If you're modifying, the left knee will be in the floor. We're just going to push up through the roof. This guy is not bouncing. We're just squeezing. 6, yeah. 5, keep pushing it. 4, if you need a break. 3, at any time. 2, or if you feel too much of it in your back, you'll drop that left knee. Let's do another set. Here we go. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll drop that right foot. Left foot lifts. We're going to bend that knee, flex the toes. Let's push it up for 8, 7, awesome. 6, 5, 4, 3, we're staying real still. 2, so we don't have that bounce. We're staying inside the hamstring and the glute. We got one more set. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's bring that left foot down. We're going to turn your right fist into your left elbow, and then we're going to stack your left ankle on top of your right. Yeah, we're going to square the hips like headlights out in front of you. And then we'll bring the left fingertips behind your head, and we're driving that right hip just away from the floor. And then we're going to take that right hip and just lower it halfway down and pick it up. For 8, yeah, lower it halfway down, hold it up here. 7, there's a 1 second pause. 6, nice. 5, toes are staying active. 4, 3, 2. Come into that forearm plank. Left fist into the right elbow. We'll stack that right ankle. Yeah, fingertips behind the head. We're going to square the hips right here. Awesome. We're going halfway down. Let's pick it up for 8. So we're inside that oblique right now. 7. So you want to feel the side of it. 6. 5. Awesome. 4. 3. 2. We're in a forearm plank position. One palm at a time, we're coming up. We're in a high plank. Chaturanga, we're gonna lower down. Up dog, if you're modifying knees are in the floor, you can modify the whole class. Downward facing dog, we'll find the exhale. And then we're gonna take a little walk again. Baby steps, this will be our last time that we find the little walk, so let it feel good. Feet are as wide as the hips. Fingertips are outside of your little toes. We're going to step back on the ball of that left foot. We're going to slide it back and stack that right knee. This is just a nice opportunity to be in your runner's lunge, and we're going to stay right here and find the deep breaths. Again, if it's a lot, left knee will come to the floor. So there's always an opportunity to step it down a few notches. There's also, with that, always an opportunity to step it up. So if you want to step it up, squeeze that left quad, drop down through that right seat. If you want to step it up, then you certainly can. The left palm drops and the right arm reaches. We're going to open up, peel back through that rib cage, extension and length. Keep the reach for 5, 4, 3. Let's extend it long. Yeah, feel good. I don't think I did this on the other side. 2 hands drop on the inside of that right foot. You go left, I go right. I do this, you do that. Let's heel toe that right foot. So now we're heel toeing that foot out to the side so we have a wider stance. And again, we're still finding some energy through that back heel unless you have dropped your knee down. Here. Then we're going to get on the edge of that foot. We're going to walk the upper body a little bit to the left, just a little bit, and push through the floor. And then we'll find the stiff arm here. So we're going to press in, roll open. Again, you're looking to wherever it feels good, but I really want you to think about taking that knee away from your shoulder. And if you were bending and straightening on one side, now's a nice time to go into it here. And keep that press on. And if you're modifying and that knee is down, certainly you can still go through that movement here if you were giving yourself a moment to back off. Then we're going to bring that foot back. And we're going to come down center. So now you can come down onto your forearms, dropping one forearm down at a time. Please remember to keep this foot nice and flat. So keep your toes in line with your heel facing forward. You can be on a block, you can be on the floor. You can also be here and have your knee down and just be working. And also, maybe you didn't drop your knee on one side, but maybe you're gonna drop it on the other because one side is more tight than the other. And that is a lot of times the case for everybody. So give yourself an opportunity to back off when you need to. And then we'll press up, and we're going to take one hand on either side and reestablish that runner's lunge here. And then we'll take that back foot and step it up across from the front. Yeah. So bring the fingertips out and just let's bend the knees and find a little walk here. Lift up through the heels, come up onto the balls of the feet. Just walk out through the hips. And then we're going to take a seat into your mat for a moment. And we're going to reverse that cross. So now we'll take the left foot up, cross it over. And again, remember when I said one side may be tighter than the other. So be kind to yourself if that's what's happening. You don't have to go as deep. We're flexing in through the toes. We're lifting up through the upper back. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the chest closer to your left leg. And maybe that means you're walking your hands up a little more as you get closer. Yeah, and you want to stay active through the toes. Stay present in Ujjayi. So your mouth is closed, hopefully, if that's available. Or breathing through it. If it's not, then you certainly don't have to stay in Ujjayi the whole time. Maybe you're in and out of Ujjayi, and that's fine too, but it would be amazing if you could eventually get yourself to stay in your Ujjayi and keep that heat, that fire, and allow yourself to get into a consistent rhythm where you're not letting your breath go into that fight or flight kind of space. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to walk this foot out. We'll hang on to this guy. And let's see if we can reverse the cross. So if it works, great. If it doesn't, you can find the same seated cross that you had before if that doesn't feel good. So we'll pick up that foot. If it comes on top, maybe it's underneath. It's all fine. And then we're going to reach the arms up to the sky together. Find a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, turn your chest to the left. So chest turns to the left side. We're going to drop the left hand behind your back. Use your fingertips as some support to get taller. Find a deep breath in. As you exhale, let your right hand catch your left leg somewhere. We're going to breathe into this twist. On the inhales, I want you to lift as tall as you can. On the exhales, pull with your right arm strength. Inhales, we lift tall. Exhales, we pull with a little more. Make sure you're not straining through the neck, so let that go. And now we're going to come back center. We're going to reach up tall. Find a deep breath in. And as you exhale, turn the chest. Take a pause. Get a little bit taller. Breathe in as you exhale. Right hand drops. Left hand catches. We're going to work the twist. So on the inhales, lift up tall. On the exhales, pull. Bend that left elbow. Use that left arm strength to work yourself around. On the inhales, the chest lifts. On the exhales, we pull. One more time. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, pull it. Very nice. Arms reach up center. Breathe in high. As you exhale, let's take a slow fold out. Let's walk out. Let's reach it out. Feels good to stretch it, create it, lengthen it. Let your head drop. We're going to the right side. Reach it way over. And this feels good when you're working the floor. So if you're just kind of laying down and hanging out, it doesn't feel as good. So really work the floor. That's why I'm pressing into my fingertips and I'm always searching to see, maybe there's a little something there. Oh yeah, nice, that feels good. Hey. And let's take it over to your left side. And again, we're searching for it, reaching through it, working the fingertips in. And I could feel that run up through my right rib cage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so nice. Okay, we'll come back center slowly. We're going to work our way to the front of your mat. So unravel through your feet and step back into your high plank. And then let's go ahead and bring your right wrist under your shoulder and we'll stack your left foot on top of your right. We'll reach your left arm up to the sky. And then go ahead and bring your left fingertips at the base of your head, the back of your head. Yeah. And let's just lift that left leg up. So if it's available, lift the top leg up, point through the toes. Yeah, find a long reach here. Let's keep lifting that leg up nice and high. We're driving off the edge of that foot, that bottom foot. We're flexing through the toes, and then that leg gets a little higher. Yeah, we're working it up just a little bit more. Keep the breath flowing. 5, 4. For 3, for 2, flex the toes in. Let the feet meet. Breathe in as you exhale. Left elbow comes to your right arm. Turn and twist it in. Touch it. And open it up. Lift that hip. Breathe in. Yeah, on the exhale, find the twist. Go ahead and try and touch it. Yeah, see if you can tap on. And then open it up. Lift that hip. Breathe in as you exhale. Work the twist. Take it in. Turn it. Feel it here. And then open it up. Reset the hips. Let's breathe in as you exhale. Let's find the twist. Here we go. Twist it in. Yeah, let's hold it here for 8. Keep twisting. 7, we're owning it. 6, 5, we're burning it. 4, 3, open it up slow. We're in a high plank position. Chaturanga, here we go. Let's lower down nice and easy. Up dog with a deep breath in. We'll pull the shoulder blades together. Chaturanga, we're going to come back, find a little work. There's 4 little push-ups to be had for 4. The whole body's going. 3, 2, we're straight up to your high plank. So this is a strong one here. If you need a break, you're in child's pose. If you don't, you're holding your plank. So you choose. You're either in child's pose, or you're in a modified plank with the knees to the floor, or you're getting stronger in your high plank. All right, let's get it. Left wrist under the shoulder. Right foot stacks. We'll square those hips. Right fingertips behind the head. Nice and light. Very nice. So once you feel stable, go ahead and lift that right leg up. Reach through the toes. Yeah, keep working that hip high. Keep driving off the edge of that foot. Keep driving it. And this guy gets just, oh, nice. Just a little bit higher. For 5, beautiful. 4, that's some serious work there. I'm proud of you. 3, let the feet meet. Flex the toes in. Squeeze the thighs. Full breath in as you exhale. We're coming for it. Let's take the twist. We're going to dive. Yeah, twist it. And then we're going to open it up. Lift it, reset the hips. Breathe in as you exhale. Let's take it in, go for it, try and touch it, twist, twist, twist. Open it up. Very nice. Inhale as you exhale, let's go for that twist. If you need a break, you're not doing the twist, you're just holding it. You can also stagger the feet. Let's open it up. Beautiful, flex those toes, breathe it in as you exhale. We're working it. Here we go. Let's keep twisting for 8. Keep twisting it. 7, 6, keep striving for it. 5, try and get it here. 4, nice. 3, 2, we're going to open it up into high plank all the way down to the floor. That was gorgeous. Arms are out to the side. Chin is neutral. We're on the toes. Let's lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee. Yeah, breathe in as you exhale. Take your right heel. Press into the left shoulder. Come back center. Drop that foot, left guy gets high, bend it, breathe in as you exhale, guide it over, let it drop, press into that right shoulder. Then we'll come back center. We're going to reach the right arm out in front of you. We're going to reach back with your left hand and catch your right foot. Yeah, we're going to lift your right leg up. So we'll use the ball of that left foot as a little leverage. We're going to lift here. Now lift your right arm up, lift your chest up, look down at the floor, get long through your head. Keep kicking that foot back. If you want to, lift your left leg up, reach your left toes back. Yeah, make your back do a little more work. 5, let's pull on it. 4, keep lifting it up. For 3, keep kicking it back. For 2, stay here, stay here, stay here, get higher, and release it. Nice job, relax. So this one is just wherever you want to be. You can drop your forehead down, you can drop a cheek to one side. Just let your body weight drop into the floor. And we're going to bring the chin center neutral. We're going to reach back with that right. We're going to catch that left. We're on the toes. On that right side, we're just lifting through that leg right now. Yeah, let it feel good. We're breathing into that left patella as we kick back. We're going to lift the chest up. Yes, we're looking down. We're going to lift that leg up. We're reaching the toes. Left toes are going to the ceiling. Right toes are going to the back wall. Let's take it up. Go. 5. Let's bring it up a little bit. 4. Let's stay here for a moment. 3. Then we're going to reach out and kick it for 2. Just get a little bit higher. Go. Pull. Feel. Breathe. Nice. Beautiful. And come on into your down dog. Downward facing dog with a high right leg. Walk yourself back to your toes on the left. Airplane, we're coming up quickly, hands on the hips. Square those guys off, spread the wings out. Fingertips are reaching with electricity to the back wall, so go ahead and feel that. Let the arms lift up now. Yeah, let the right leg lift. Let's breathe into your best airplane pose. We're squeezing, the shoulder blades are coming together, so there's a lot of energy going on here. And that left leg is straight without completely locking the knee. So there's a slight bend, just a very slight bend in that knee. Yeah, let the arms stay active. So there's a little up dog through the front of the shoulders. So that means that we're not forward rolling. We're coming up. Yeah, we're pulling it back. 5, 4, that's gorgeous. 3, we've been here for a little bit, so we're working some endurance. All I want you to do is reach your left arm out in front of you. That's it. Just the left arm is a reach. We're going to stay right here. Keep lifting. All I want you to do is guide your right heel towards your right hand and catch it. Yeah, now lift it up. We're in a dancer's. Let's lift and breathe it. Let's pull it back. 5. Yeah. Keep the fold. 4. We're exaggerating a little bit through that left glute. 3. Looks amazing. 2 hands find the floor with a high right leg. Let's walk a long dog right here. Right foot lunges, left foot turns. We're coming up into warrior 1. Warrior 1. Let your right hand grab your left wrist. Lift up out of that left shoulder. Breathe in as you exhale. Pull to the right side. Reach it over. Where's that right knee? It looks fantastic. It's right on top of that right ankle. We're back leg loaded, so we're squeezing. We're straightening that leg. We're inside that quad. Come back center, palms face each other. Breathe in as you exhale, fold forward. Come on into your high plank. Chaturanga, we're down nice and slow. And now let's turn your left knee out to the left side wall, open up through the inner thigh. And if it's available, either just stay here or tap the inner knee down to the floor and open that inner thigh up. For 4, yeah, a little touch down. For 3, little touch. 2, she makes it look simple, it's really hard. Take a step back. Find your up dog. We're breathing in. Pull the shoulder blades together. Chaturanga. We're coming back into the work. Now we're going to take that right knee and turn it out. And then we're going to find a little touch. We're down and up for 4. Yeah, for 3. For 2. Get those shoulders up. Yeah, step it back. Up dog. We're breathing in. Awesome. Downward facing dog. We'll find the exhale. Left leg's going to get high. Walk back to your toes. We're coming up into airplane. I'd like you to grab your hips as you lift up. Awesome. That's a real nice way, yeah, to get them square, to feel it. And then the arms get active. We're reaching through the toes. We're in a little bit of up dog through the front of the chest. We're pulling back through the delts. We're finding so much electricity in the lift because airplane is a serious pose if you bring the energy into it, right? So I want you to really bring the life into the party. Arms are still getting higher because they're warmer now. So as we get them higher, as we get them warmer, we lift them more to feel more. We're pushing back through that right glute for 5. All we're going to do is reach your right arm out in front of you. That's it. We're going to stay right here. We're going to stay here and feel that balance challenge. We're going to catch the foot. Go ahead and catch it. Grab it. Yeah, lift it up. Kick it back. Feel good. That's amazing. 5. Keep the reach on. Keep pushing back through that seat. 4. Awesome. Toes, there's energy going up. 3. For 2, release that foot. We fold forward. 2 hands are in the floor. Walk along dog. We have a high left leg. Left foot lunges, right foot turns. We're up in warrior 1. Back leg loaded. We're through the edge of that foot. Grab onto that right wrist. Breathe in as you exhale. We're coming over to your left. We're opening up through the right rib cage. Come back center. Palms face each other. Breathe in as you exhale, fold forward. We're in a high plank. Excellent. We're going to stay in a high plank. We're going to work on just that left leg right now. It's a straight leg tap over as far to the left as you can go. Yeah, we're going to touch it and bring it back center. For 6, it's a little touch. For 5, so maybe yours is just 1 inch out to the side. That's phenomenal. 4, if you have more mobility in the hips. 3, then you're going to take it almost to the front wall. 2, and 1. We're going to switch sides. Here we go. Let's take it up. For 6, very nice. 5, 4, I love it. 3, each one gets a little bit higher. 2, 1 more, and 1. That's if someone's standing over you, making you do that. If they're not, then maybe each one gets a little less high. All right, let's find our Chaturanga. Come on down, up dog, we'll breathe in. And downward facing dog, we're gonna find that exhale. Let's chill out for a moment. Downward facing dog, we're hanging out. Close your eyes. Let your forehead drop towards the floor. Relax through your seat. Let's have a little fun in crow pose. So go ahead and walk your feet up, one little baby step at a time. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then palms are flat. So if you're not familiar with crow, if you are, you're going to flow with Marilee because she's going to go right into her crow. The big toes are coming together. If you're not, you're with me where you walk your feet in and splay your knees out and you find the foundation into your palms and you lean in and you just take one foot and then you switch it and the other foot and then you switch it. Yeah, you can alternate the feet here. Or you can bring the big toes together if you start to feel good and push yourself away from the floor. For 5, 4, 3, we're going to bring the balls of the feet back to the floor. We're going to keep the knees splayed out, and we're going to bring the insides of your feet to touch each other. So insides of the feet come together, and we're going to extend the arms out and come up into that squat. So the insides of the feet are feeding energy off of each other. Lock your thumbs together. Let your palms shine down to the floor. Let's find a little lift up and a little lower, and then a little lift and a little lower. Don't go so far down that you're resting. A little lift. I want you to stay in the work, and a low, and then a little lift, and then a low. Let's do it for 8 and a low. Nice. 7, 6, looks awesome. 5, 4, yeah, stay in the grid of it. 3, 2, 1 more. Crow pose, find your second round. Drop the palms flat, lean in. We're gonna lift the feet up. Big toes are gonna touch. Now I want you to look out in front of you and try and straighten your arms. Yeah, so I just want that energy of pushing your chest away from the floor. Try to straighten the arms here for 5. Work it for 4. For 3, for 2, and then you can take either a jump or you can take a step back into your high plank position. Chaturanga, we're gonna lower down nice and easy, up dog. Let's find that deep inhale. Downward facing dog, we'll find the exhale. Excellent. And we'll stretch your right leg up to the sky. Bend that knee and roll open through the hip. Take the heel, push it strong to the side wall. Right foot lunges. We're going to stay on the ball of the left foot. Come on up into your crescent lunge. Arms will reach up to the sky. So we're lengthening here. Take your time, love. We're in that lunge. Yeah, we'll bring the hands to the heart center. So yoga's all about, let's take a minute. We could fix our ponytail. We could fix our shirts. We could pull up our pants. It's all good. Let's find a full breath in as you exhale, edge of that left elbow. Going to use a piece of it to come to the outside edge of your knee. We're working through that twist. So we're just like when we were seated, every exhale, we're working into a little bit of something, right? We're nice and warm and malleable. So we're working into feeling, creating inside of there. And now let's go ahead and step your back foot up. Your left foot comes up to meet the front. Let's bring the feet together. We're still in that twist, and we'll let the left hand drop and the right arm find the reach, open. And then we're gonna come into crow. So let's fold forward. Palms will be nice and flat. We'll find the lean in, so just a little bit here on the tippy toes. We'll find a little lean. We'll pick up 1 foot at a time. Take your time, bring your big toes together. Keep pushing your face away from the floor. So I want you to use your abdominals when you're doing that, right? So pull up through the belly button. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're coming down on the balls of the feet, back into that squat. So we'll bring the insides of the feet together. Yeah, we'll lift the heels up nice and high. We'll lock through the thumbs and then down and up. Here we go. Yes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze the thighs together, drop the heels back, chair pose. Chair pose, knees coming away from the toes. That's really nice. And then let your arms lower down so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. And pick up your right thigh. Yeah, and then just hug your right knee up into your chest. Hug that right knee. Stand straight on your left leg. Keep that right knee with you. Very nice. And then let's find standing tree from here. So we'll bring your right heel to your left inner thigh, and we'll stretch the arms up nice and high. So keep your hands separated, palms face each other. We're going to challenge the balance. We're going to let the eyes walk up, that wall in front of you till your chin lifts and your gaze is to the ceiling. We're rooting that tree. We're gripping through the toes. Yeah, there's electricity going through the fingertips. Mobility, moving the arms back if it's available, right? We're working through the shoulders. We're still looking up if you have it. We're trying to stay in the drishti high. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your gaze back out in front of you. Interlace your fingers overhead. Pointer fingers are going to drive high. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, let's go over to your left side. So find that reach to the left. Yeah. Just as far as it feels good to come out of that right rib cage. We'll come back center. Get really tall. Breathe in. As you exhale, just the torso's going to your right. We're still rooting that tree. Come back center. Warrior 3. Separate the hands, push that right heel to the back wall. We're going to hinge with the hips. We're going to extend out to the front wall. Arms are going to get high. We're turning down through that right hip. Very nice. So all we're going to do right here is bend your right knee, guide your heel in towards your back. Then we're going to take opposite hand to foot. Left hand's going to catch the right. We're in a twisted dancers. Once you catch it, then you're going to work and own it. You're going to kick it back and feel it. You're going to roll up and through that shoulder. We're still reaching to the front wall. 5, it looks amazing. 4, 3, I'm messing with her chi. For 2, chair pose, drop the squat, find the seat. Fantastic. Forward fold, let's dive in. Halfway lift, we'll breathe in here. Find that high plank. Chaturanga, we're coming down easy. Up dog on the breath in. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Left leg is going to get high. Left foot lunges through. We're in a crescent lunge. Come on up. Palms face each other. We're dipping through that left seat. Very nice. We're pushing energy through that right heel. Hands come to the heart center. Let's breathe in as you exhale. Let's work your twist, edge of the right elbow. So here it's nice to let go where you can. Maybe that's through the face. Maybe your eyes are closed. We're still in Ujjayi breathing. Hopefully your mouth is closed, but maybe that means you can soften through your teeth, through your jaw right now, and put that into, as I exhale, I find that twist. Yeah. And put that into, as I'm here, I'm not laying down on my leg, but rather I'm using that leverage to work a twist. I'm turning my triceps on even. We're going to step your right foot up to meet your left. We'll keep that twist, even out the kneecaps. Very nice. Beautiful. Keep working through it. For 5, 4. Yeah, for 3. Open it up. Roll back through that left shoulder. No one ever could have guessed it. We're going into crow. Oh, the ever-loving joy of round 4 for crow. Set it up. Get inside the abdominals, one foot and then the other. Big toes are coming together. We're looking out in front of you. Straighten those arms. Let's breathe it here for 10. Yep. We're breathing through it. Every single breath is bringing something amazing. Is bringing the life force throughout the whole body. For 3, for 2. Ah, very nice. Make your way to your high plank. Chaturanga. Let's lower down. Up dog. Let's inhale it here. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Bend your knees and jump your feet up to the front of your mat. Yeah, bring your thighs together. Chair pose. Come on up. Chair pose. So we gave ourselves a little break on this side without coming right up into the chair. We're finding the reach because we didn't do the squats. So we're gonna give ourselves a break on that. We don't need another round of those. We're gonna drive your left thigh up into your chest and hug your knee. Grab your knee and pull it up and in. Yeah, stand tall, engage through that right glute right there. Very nice. And then we're gonna find tree, standing tree. So the left heel comes, if it's not gonna come into your inner thigh, if you can't get it to stay there, then you can just cross it and it can stay like that. Or you can be above or below your kneecap. So if you can't get it all the way up, then you can hold on to it here too and just reach up with one hand. Let's walk the eyeballs up the wall, challenge the balance. So let's bring your gaze somewhere else. Yeah, keep reaching for it. Drive those thumbs back. We're using abdominals or feeling it. They're on. We're getting just a little bit more, a little space in between the vertebrae, just a tiny little bit. Yeah, pull it up, bring your gaze back where it was. And then go ahead and let your right hand grab your left wrist, pull up, breathe in. As you exhale, we're going to the right, but only as far as it feels good for you to reach to the right side. We'll come back center, switch on that grip, breathe in. As you exhale, let's work it over to your left side. Yeah, and we're keeping that glute nice and strong, nice and tight here. Let's come back center. Very nice. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, warrior 3, we're gonna push back through that heel. We're gonna flex in through those toes. We're gonna turn that left hip down and we're reaching out long. We're getting longer and stronger. The limbs are lifting so that left leg gets high. Both arms are lifted. 5, 4, 3. We're gonna guide that heel in. Right hand's gonna catch the left foot, twisting up the dancers. Ah, let's get it and roll it open. Let's kick it back. 5, 4, 3. If you want to challenge right now, close your eyes. Oh, yes. It's a tough one. Chair pose, drop the squat. Forward fold, dive on in. Halfway lift, we're going to breathe in here. Find your high plank. We're coming all the way down to the floor. We're going to flip over onto your back. Yes. So we're going to lie back into the floor. And we are going to just find a little moment here to give yourself the opportunity to just relax, whatever that looks like for you. So wherever your arms want to be, bring them there. Wherever your legs want to be, bring them there. You can just have your arms overhead if you like. You can have them alongside of you. I just want your heart rate to come back to you a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to bend the knees and we'll bring your palms flat to the floor. We're slowly going to roll up. So we're bringing the knees into your chest. We're going to touch up through the sky and we're going to lower it down and tap the heels. And then we're going to bring it up, press it, and find the low. Remember, there's an exhale as we come on up. You control it on the way down. Let's find that exhale up. You control it down. 4 more here. For 4, little touch. For 3. For 2. One more like this with 2 feet up. For 1. Now we're going to alternate one leg up. One knee stays bent. So come on up. One leg. lower it down, touch it. And then the other guy, one leg, and touch it. Great. 4 more. That's 4. That's 3. For 2. And 1. We're going to keep the knees bent, and we're going to bring your legs halfway to the left. So just halfway to the floor, let your right foot stack on top of the left. Then we're going to bring your upper body slightly to the right. So upper body comes over to the right side. We'll keep the fingertips behind the head, nice and light. And we're going to crunch up for 3 and down for 1. So I want you to get high, get a little higher, come up as high as you can, and lower it down. So find the lift, and then the lift, and take it up, and lower it. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Take it up, 2, 3. You want to feel that burn in that right side of the obliques. Now we're going singles here for 8, 7. I like to feel it. 6, so a lot of times 5. I'm pressing 2 fingertips 4 into the side of my abdominals. 3, 2. You don't have to do that. 1. We're going to bring the knees now halfway to the right. We're going to bring the upper body a little bit to your left, the torso here. And then we're going to go up for 3 and down for 1. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Get it high, a little bit higher. Come all the way up and lower it. Lift, 2, 3, and lower. Let's take it up. 2, 3, and lower. Now let's find 4 singles. 4, did I do 8?
I think so, yeah.
3, let's find 4 more then. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come back center here, lift up through the knees, and then we're going to crunch in. The lower body's going to come up a little bit and push it out. 7, 6, 5. So lift that pelvis up and in. 3, 2, and 1. And now guess what we're going to do? We're going to go back into frog where we started, and it's going to feel so different. So I want you to feel the difference in your frog from when we started. Marilee's on board for that. From when we started to now, go ahead and bring yourself into the frog that is available for you, that you have created throughout this class. You have created this opportunity for yourself to go deeper into your frog pose. So I'm sure if anyone wanted to rewind the tapes, you could see how much Marilee has opened up in her hips from when we first started. How does that feel?
Good.
And you can find movement in it. You can move around. You can take the hips wherever you want to. You can move through the toes if that feels like you're getting something that is so good inside of there. Maybe you like to stay real still, and maybe that says that that's where your good is. So we're going to breathe into the beautiful opportunity of frog pose for another 30 seconds. or still in Ujjayi if that's where you can stay. If you need to start breathing through your mouth, then go ahead and do that. We're going to press up onto your palms. We're going to bring one knee in a straight line over to meet the other. We'll move around a little bit through the hips. Awesome. And then we're going to lie back on your mat in the floor. Yeah, so let's just let it go right here. So if you feel like you need something, if you need a spinal twist, if you always like to end your practice with a spinal twist, go ahead and find a spinal twist if you feel like you need that. We did quite a few throughout the practice tonight. If you need something, the time is yours to get it. If you don't, let's find Shavasana. Let's let it go. Let's relax and release. Ah, that nice moment where you know that you did it all for yourself. Let's take a big inhale. Let your chest come up high. On a deep exhale, release the shoulder blades into the floor. Let's take a moment tonight for someone else. So dedication right here. An opportunity for you to tap into your good karma and send someone or a few someones out a well wish, a kind thought, good energy. Now is the time where I would love for you to stay in this space for yourself. Stay in your Shavasana. Give yourself 5 minutes, 5 good minutes, 5-10 minutes to let go. And as your mind starts to move into the direction of think, I want you to just bring it back to anything that you feel grateful for. So you're going to pull back into your gratitude. Every time it drifts off, pull back into that gratitude. So think of it in a way where you can imagine something that you're doing. You can always find a visual. I like to sometimes think that I'm, by the beach. I love the ocean, the sound of the ocean. And so you can think about just being at the beach for yourself. Take the thoughts, the fleeting thoughts, put them on a little seashell, wipe them out into the ocean, bring in the gratitude. Beautiful, strong practice. Beautiful you. Namaste.